Hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Hope you're all doing well. And it's Friday. Thank goodness, right? It's been a long week. Fortune Cookie Friday. So here at 5 a.m. Mester Scrum, we talk about Agile and Scrum in a practical and tactical way. And our goal was just to get you home. Enjoy the weekend. Have some fun. Balance work and life. And today I'm just going to talk about a couple topics. One, new information from us, and then talk about some metrics and the grand point to story to hours debate, right? We're going to talk about that a little bit today because I've been working on some metrics and just thinking about how far wrong it goes. So anything is that, hey, we're on TikTok, and if you saw the other day, let me know if you see any kind of ads or sponsorship things show up on LinkedIn for our 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. And as we say, this is episode 95, right, for all our podcast folks. So please let us know if you're seeing us on the podcast and the LinkedIn, and also if you see any sponsorship ads as you go. And just kind of curious if they're coming through on the other side. So I put a little thing about us going on TikTok. I went ahead and did it. I just took the leap. I had looked at it myself, but I wanted to experiment and see what it is. And one of the big things is knowing what comes in change. Like it's a spike, right? So I am spiking TikTok in the data world just to see how it works, what kind of things go on, what are the capabilities, what might want to share on TikTok and promote this, our 5 a.m. Mester Scrum, because it can be also for home and kids and family stuff too, right? And what we talk about here is getting home from work. So I'm on TikTok. Said I was going to do it. I did it. So that's one little news. And then just keep on liking and subscribing. We did get some comments the other day, and I got to get back to on them and reply. So we'll do that this weekend. And today I just want to talk about two things. We're going to do the story points, and we're going to do the fortune cookie. So, the guy who invented story points regrets he ever did it. It's funny because any metric can get abused, right? And some organization even said, hey, a point's worth 8 hours or 6 hours or whatever they say a story point is. Personally, the way I've always coached Scrum, I do not like associating hours whatsoever. I've been a program manager for 30 years estimating, and I know how estimating is just wrong and just off when you do the hours. I think it's interesting when they do equate hours to points. Teams start splitting stories because they want to get credit for the hours they work versus the quality of the work done or getting stuff done. And you start seeing them split stories. And voila, the velocity is always level across their chart. And you go, wow, that's pretty good. You're pretty stable. It's because they're charting hours. If I work 40 hours a week and I'm going to equate my 40 hours to points every time, and I'm going to put points in there for meetings and things and stuff, right? If I do it by hours, then what happens is that it pretty much mimics how many hours, 40 hours a week. So I'm always going to be what I commit to. And what people do is they split stories. And let's say it was a 5-point story, which meant it had so many hours in this sprint, and then we're going to put it in the next sprint. So they split it so that they still meet the original commitment. It's a game, right? They start playing a game. I personally don't like to include hours whatsoever. I don't even like putting hours in the system, but some people, they want to know hours. We had a conversation in a previous talk about how you point things with complexity and risk and knowledge base. And then when you get closer to the sprint, you might estimate tasks and how many hours you do. Personally, I don't like doing that, but you can just to get closer to the estimate to what you think you can really get done. It's really a way, the reason why you do the hours is to make sure you're not overcommitting, and we talked about overcommitting. But just be mindful when you do these points to hours business, people are going to start getting 100%, and they're going to meet their commitments because they're doing how many hours a week they work, right? So if they're available 40 hours, they're going to put 40 hours worth of time and make it equivalent to 40 hours worth of points. So when you do the point 1-to-1 ratio, you're going to get that. And you can play games and you can figure out the hours. But I just wanted to give that warning to people. When they do go that way, be mindful that people are going to start, you're going to see the level out, right? Because if you're going to do that, you really got to be hard on people and say, well, you're not getting credit for the work you did, right? You can't split stories. It's a trade-off. So if you do the hours a point thing, not split stories anymore, period. Done. You have to be hard on that because otherwise you don't really know how your team's doing. And all you're doing is doing a timesheet, right? So your sheet, your velocity becomes a timesheet. I put in 40 hours. I get paid for 40 hours. I put in 40 hours. Doesn't mean you actually did, that value you wanted. So you're basically, if you're doing hours of points and you don't prevent teams from splitting, you're basically just filling in a timesheet. So why are you doing that? You already got a timesheet system already. It doesn't make any sense to track estimates. So I just wanted to share that with you. And just be careful of that. So with that, we're going to keep it short. It's Friday. We're going to do the Fortune Cookie Friday thing. And we're going to see. Because we're going to have some fun, right? It's just fun to kind of do. But plus these fortune cookies are getting kind of stale. Oh, guess what? There is no fortune in this cookie. Where's the quality control? It's live, right? So there is none. Maybe somebody ate it. Nope, there's none. So I got a fortune cookie with no fortune. So maybe sometimes when you depend on something, there ain't nothing there to tell you your future. We're just looking at your data and just guessing and assuming it's going to be right, you fail. Maybe this is a similar thing with Scrum and Agile. The reason why we do deliveries, and that's a good point. It brings up nothing I wanted to mention. So one of the big difference in Scrum and Agile, first doing the timesheets, right? Hey, I have anything. The big kicker is every 2 weeks you demo your product. So there's another. So if you're doing the velocity, but you're not demoing, how do you know what value you got from your team? It's really important to go out and demo because then you know if you have anything in your fortune cookie. And if you don't demo, you have this fortune cookie. You're sitting there building code, right? You're building code and it looks beautiful. Well, it's a terrible cookie now. I broke it in half. Anyway, I don't know how it goes. But anyhow, I had a cookie, right? And on the outside looks great. Hey, we're on schedule. We're going to build something really neat. We have all our requirements. And then when you open it up for testing or for the customer to look, there ain't nothing there. So you spend all that time and effort building something based on hours. But if you don't demo it every 2 weeks or every time you do a sprint, how do you know you actually have anything in the fortune cookie? You don't, right? I guess that's a goofy thing. But the fortune cookie has truth. If you don't go and open them up and see what's inside and demo it with a customer, you have no idea if you have any value for your customer. So with that, even when the fortune cookie is empty, it still has value because it just showed an example that unless you open it up and look, you can just have an empty shell and nothing in it. And you paid all that money and it ain't worth squat. So cookie probably pretty good, but we'll eat that. Anyway, with that, it's Happy Friday. Happy Scrumming and enjoy. We will be here on Saturday and Sunday doing our thing early and getting stuff done because I got a lot of stuff on the backlog that I want to get done before the kids wake up and the family gets here. One funny thing on the TikTok video yesterday, if you watch it on TikTok, I think I put it on Instagram. I don't put it on YouTube. There is an image. So over here, I have a cat up here on the TikTok video. Down here below is the cat. So it was funny. I got photobombed by the cat again. The cat gets up. You can see her little tail. So I put the little cat icon on TikTok. Having fun, right? You gotta laugh because it's live video. And with that, I wish you all good morning, and you have a happy Friday, good afternoon overseas, and go enjoy your weekend. Go have some fun. Do what fun you're gonna do on the weekend. What's your next fun thing? If you're not having fun, then you're doing something wrong. Okay. Anyway, happy scrumming. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye.